What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's Jackson. Doors are locked, box still in the back seat because I've still been too lazy to get it out. Power's here, and today is fucking Wednesday. And today was really boring at work. Dragged some serious ass because just nothing was going on. The workload is starting to decrease a little bit because we're starting to slow down a little bit with our season. And like most people say all the time, they're like, I hate work. I wish my work would go away. But then when you're at work and your workload starts going down, it makes the days go so much slower. So having a heavy workload does suck, but it makes the day go by a lot faster most of the time. Like every single day this week has felt like a Friday. And it really sucks because it's thrown me all the way off. So, yeah. But besides that, I really don't have a lot to add. I'm about to make the trek home. I think I'm going to give my old dad a call, talk about the Colts' initial 53-man roster, because that released yesterday and we didn't talk about it. So he probably wants to talk about that, and we'll just have a good time while we're talking, I guess. So yeah, that's all I got for right now. I will pick this up here in a little bit. Alright, so I just stopped at the Village Pantry that's right by my house. Because, I wanted some chips. I got some Doritos. I also got some Ruffles, which no, I'm not going to eat them all in one sitting. Because I know people think, oh, you're fat, you're going to eat it all in one sitting. I really don't care if you think that. I just trying to make the joke, but it really sounded like I was offended. I really don't care. But, yeah, I mean, honestly, that's to go with something I'm eating for dinner, because I wanted something that I have in my freezer, and I was like, oh, chips would go perfect with that. I don't have any chips in the house. I'm going to go get chips. That has nothing to do with what I'm about to tell you, though. So I walked in. It's a gas station, as you guys can see, but still it's pantry. I walked in, and the dude at the cash register said good morning, and I said, oh, morning. And as I walked past, I was like, it's not the fucking morning. It threw me off entirely. I forgot why I went in there. So, yeah. That was my Village Pantry trip. Classic miscommunication. Not miscommunication, but just like humans constantly like wanting to respond to like certain ways. That didn't make any sense. It's like when you go to a restaurant and the waitress brings you your food and you say enjoy your meal, and you go, you too. That's basically what happened with the morning thing. So yeah, I'm gonna go home now and eat my dinner. So yeah. Alrighty guys, so it's the end of the vlog because it's the end of the night, and before I get out of here, I want to say something. So I just got on Instagram, and someone posted that Tyrese Halliburton said on a podcast, I'm pretty sure, that it'll probably be 15 months before he plays another basketball game because of his Achilles injury. And the comments are just full of hate, saying, hope he never plays again, and shit like that. And it's just disgusting, And I need to talk about it. And I'm not just saying this because he's my favorite player, but if you are a sports fan and you celebrate an injury, you're a part of the problem. You are why sports fans have a bad reputation, because that shit is just disgusting. It's one thing to dislike a player. It's perfectly okay to dislike players, but to wish for them to get injured and be happy about them being injured is just disgusting, and I have no respect for that. If you think like that, I don't have any respect for you, plain and simple. And plus, the Tyrese Halliburton hate is so forced. I understand a lot of people don't like him, but to say he's a bad player is just a wild thing to say, because he's clearly not a bad player. He's legit the main reason we went to the finals this year. And you saw what happened when he wasn't on the court. He played like shit and lost. So People are gonna hate. You know, it is what it is. It's just really annoying because, like me, for example, I don't like Jalen Brunson. Like, I'm sure he's a good dude and all, but as a basketball player, I hate that guy because he's a rival to me. He's a rival to my favorite team. But I'm not going to sit here and say he's a bad player. Jalen Brunson is a great basketball player. One of the best in the league, for sure. And every time we play against the Knicks, he always does well. And I hate playing against that guy. But, like, it's like a respect type of hate, you know? It's like, he's a really good... I hate him because he's a good player. And he always plays well against us. Like, that's where that comes from. But, like, people just legit don't like Tyrese Halliburton. And they call him trash. They say he's the worst player in NBA history. Overrated just because he doesn't put up 30 points every game. It's just a really dumb thing to say. And to even wish on an injury on a player. Like, I would never want... Like, when we were playing the Knicks in the playoffs, I didn't want them to get hurt. I wanted them to be at full strength. Because I love beating teams at full strength. And if Brunson, like say hypothetically Brunson would have got hurt in that series, like it would have been still cool that we won, but it would have been like, damn, like I really wish we could have beaten them at full strength. Like the year before that when we played them in the East semis and Brunson got hurt in game 7, like even though we had a pretty good lead when that happened, it still kind of like put a bad taste in my mouth. Like, obviously, I was happy we were going to the East Finals, but it was like, man, I wish Brunson would have played the whole game and we would have beat them at full strength. That would have been a really sick thing. Because then nobody would have made any excuses. But, you know what? It is what it is. It's just really disgusting to see people, like, celebrate the fact that Tyrese Halliburton is injured and wishing that he never comes back. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with disliking a player, especially if he's on your favorite team's rival. But to say just like horrible things about that player and actually mean it is just disgusting, and it is what's wrong with sports fans. And that's just how I feel about it. And if that offends you, well, I'm probably calling you out right now if you're offended by anything I'm saying. But, yeah, that's my stance on it. I mean, people just honestly like to hate. Some of it could be rage bait. I saw one I don't remember what it said. It was something along the lines of him being trash, and then somebody said it was horrible rage bait, and the dude responded, "I'm not rage baiting, though." And then it's basically one of those things, like, if you actually believe what the fuck you just said, you just shouldn't watch basketball. Like, it's that simple. Because, like, nobody has any sort of respect for Tyrese Halliburton's game because he's a team player and he's not a type of guy that's going to score 40 every single night. He's not going to score 30 to 40 every single night. He's more worried about getting his team involved and doing what his team needs him to do to win. And, like, he can go off. I've seen it happen so many times. Like, he can put up 40 if he wants to. But he would rather get his team involved because that's how you fucking win. And in Game 7 of the Finals, I'm going to say it. If he doesn't get hurt, we win that game. Like, I've really kept that to myself for a long time. But that's genuinely how I feel. That's not even me being a Pacers fan. That's just me being a fan of basketball. The way he started that game, the look he had in his eyes, if his Achilles don't pop, we win that game and we're champions right now. But obviously that's not what happened, and the Thunder won, and the Thunder, they were a great team and they deserved to win too. Both teams deserved to win that series. It's just unfortunate what happened to Halliburton, and we got robbed of a historic Game 7 performance. But no one wants to talk about that. They just want to talk about how hopefully he never plays again. It's a lot of Bucks fans mainly. Like, I'm really I used to like Milwaukee. Like, I didn't mind them. When they won their championship, I was happy for them because it was a small market team. And obviously, I was a fan of Giannis at the time. But, like, after how they've acted since we played them in the playoffs, I've lost all respect for Milwaukee Bucks fans. And they think now that they got Miles Turner, they're going to be all badass. Like, Buddy, I know how Miles Turner plays. Good luck. That's all I got to say. I don't think him and Giannis are going to pair well together. And Giannis is pissed that they got rid of Dame. So, good luck with that, Milwaukee. But that's my stance on it. Milwaukee fans, it's mostly them, and some Knicks fans too. But, like, the really bad Knicks fans. I'm really starting to think, though, Milwaukee fans might be worse than the Knicks fans. The thing with Milwaukee is, like, the only argument they ever have is that they have a ring and we don't. It's like, yeah, y'all want a ring against the injured-ass Suns. I don't want to hear it. And the Suns played a bunch of injured teams on the way to the finals, and then they got injured in the finals. They weren't really that good of a team. At least most people think that. I disagree. I think Devin Booker was a solid player, but they had some injuries on their roster, and Milwaukee took advantage of that. But no one wants to talk about that. Also, they beat an injured Hawks team in the Eastern Conference Finals. Once again, though, no one ever talks about that. Milwaukee fans don't want to talk about that cupcake run. But you know what? It is what it is. My final stance, though, if you are a type of person that roots for people to get injured when you're watching sports, stop watching sports. You don't deserve to be a fan of the thing that the rest of us love. So, yeah. I didn't mean to go on a whole 8-minute rant, but that comment really upset me, and I needed to get that out of my system, because that's just not me trying to defend my favorite player. That's me defending every sports player ever. Because, like, it's just such a lack of respect, too. Like, these guys go out there and put their bodies on the line for our entertainment, and you're, like, happy that they're injuring themselves. It's like, what the fuck's wrong with you, bro? And you're also the type of person that probably wonders why nobody feels bad for you when something bad happens to you. So, yeah. That's all I got for today. Like I said, I didn't mean to go on a whole rant, but that's what this channel's kind of for. So, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this vlog. If you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, turn on the bell notifications so you don't miss a vlog, and follow everything in the description box. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.